Welcome to Husky Stadium in DeKalb, Illinois. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers and the Northern Illinois Huskies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Hey guys, I caught up with the Huskies head coach before the game. He told me this is a crucial game to stay focused. He understands coming into this loud and crazy environment against a team that is not ranked in the top 25 could be easy to overlook. But he's shown his players tape all week, and he said, we have to understand every play matters. We cannot look ahead to next week, or this week will be a disaster. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And the Huskies will put boot to leather, and this will be the start of a new season. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Motion from the back. Back to throw, it's Tisdale. Look out! Finds a man in the middle. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this. Fence and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. turning it on. Touchdown, Northern Illinois. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. Let's talk for just a second about Western Kentucky. They won their first national championship last year, something I know many in the fan base thought would never happen. And now, also for the first time, they're the hunted. How do you handle that over the course of the season?
You got to raise your sense of urgency, no question about it, David. Every day this offseason has felt like a celebration on campus for their fans. Winning that title a year ago, but now you've got to know you've got the target on your back.
I get that. I understand that. But if you're a fan, keep celebrating, baby, because you got your first natty, man. It's fantastic. Whatever happens this year, who cares? You got a ring. You were the Kings.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Still on his feet at the 40. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And these third downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the third down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
Moves the pocket. It's Tisdale. He's got it. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run. Now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
And the Hilltoppers are moving quickly down the field.
Here we go. Ready.
Fresh center downs going to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. There he goes. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, one of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The run inside. It's Jackson. Guys, let's chat for just a minute about Western Kentucky. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting... Makes the grab in their space. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
And that's this guy's third catch now on the drive, and I like how this offense just keeps going back to him. Look, if you're not going to cover him, we're going to keep throwing him the football. We don't have to overthink this thing, and as every completion happens, the quarterback is gaining more and more confidence in this guy.
Finds his man. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. The Hilltoppers want to move quickly. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Looking downfield, it's Tisdale. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Touchdown, WKU. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did tack on the extra point. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll move the tight end. Straight ahead, it's Davis. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Drops back. It's Marshall. Caught over the middle. It's Cousins. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver, and man, their fans have been hungry to see that. And this setter downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Tight end now in motion. They'll ride Davis here. Pickup of 5. It's now second and 5.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by the...
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit.
Makes a grab and room to run. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11.
Ready. White, grid. Kill. 8-14 choice.
Wants to throw. It's Marshall. He's going for the big play. He's got it. Touchdown, Huskies. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. He'll bring it back looking for help. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Out wide left, it's Jackson. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Yeah, great catch, but great read. I love the quarterback understanding. You're going to see the blitz. I'm going to get the ball to my running back quickly, let him get the first down. Nice job by the quarterback seeing that really fast.
And the Hilltoppers have it with a 1st and 10.
Ready. Sit. Hey, kill it. 886, bounce. Hold. Copper. Stay. Look.
Scanning the field, it's Tisdale. Rush is on. Out wide right, it's Flowers. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Off play action on first down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking to throw again. Right down the middle. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Tells to fake. And it's knocked away, incomplete on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
He slides that just inside the right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Fielded in the end zone. It's White. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Let's look big picture at Northern Illinois. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Gonna field this one in tight quarters. He's brought down and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the gun, running back on the move. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a 1st down. He's got 50 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Well, I think the coaches sort of got together and decided, hey, on this drive, we're going to establish the run. We're going to be more physical. First 2 plays of the drive are run plays, and both have had success. The players have gotten the message very, very clearly. We have got to come out here, and we've got to win the line of scrimmage.
Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down. The Hilltoppers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Tisdale. Right side, it's Jackson. Snags it, and he's open. And he's stopped, but not before he moves the chains. Pickup of 12 on that one. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. It's 1st down from the 37-yard line. Running inside, it's Jackson. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. They go to the counter. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the 1st down.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
And the Hilltoppers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work.
Kill.
Quick give. It's Jackson. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Driving forward, it's Jackson. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And you think the defense is dialed into this guy? Like, he's already had such a great start to the football game, and you know they're using him. Great job by this defense. Great adjustment. Great job being downhill, physical, fast right now, and getting him stopped.
Using his legs, it's Jackson. He stopped right at the 15-yard line. Needed a little bit more to move the chains. Chip shot field goal from here, but will they go for it on 4th down? Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They'll leave it with the lone back. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's start with a look at the Kennesaw State Owls, taking on the number 11 team, the Indiana Hoosiers.
Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback.
And it's the Owls with a double-digit lead. You can't count out the opposition, but I'd say the defense looks awfully stout so far.
Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll run him again. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. It's inside, it's Davis. Driven back.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
To the air, it's Marshall. Throws to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Looking for more room. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Hilltoppers! And they turn it into a defensive score. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. The returner will field it and bring it back. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The give to Davis. Knocked down immediately.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield, and created the negative play.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. Out wide right, it's Bryant. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. The Huskies will snap it on 1st and 10. This time they'll go to the running game. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Marshall. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Punt is on its way. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Western Kentucky will start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives. Wide open on the right. The 40. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Toppers. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Marshall. Moves to his right. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
4 wide receivers set, trips to the left on 2nd and 3. Wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. And, guys, the defense wants to get in the quarterback's face, but you can't get a roughing call that gives the offense a 1st and goal. Finding space. Touchdown, Husky. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up for the PAT. Oh, and he hit the left upright. No good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Follows his blocks. It's Jackson. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Nice job to keep it himself, find the 1st down marker, and move the chains for this offense. We've come to the break. It's Western Kentucky holding the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down.
Hey, kill it, kill it. 180, raise car. 180, raise car. It was hot.
Caught on the RPO. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and the level in the court.
First down here as we dive into the college football season, a week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Slots it away.
I know it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mitt on the football.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. On the run, it's Jackson. They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down, 4th down coming from the 48.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
It's 4th and 8 and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. Snaps it and he has to have it. Incomplete pass and the defense comes up big and they take over.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Here comes the Northern Illinois offense to go on the attack. And after that gargantuan 4th down stop, now a chance to put together a game-winning drive here.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Looking to throw. It's Marshall. Under pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. So here comes the Hilltoppers offense, ready to start this drive. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
They'll send the tight end in motion. The fake wants to throw. He tries to take the top off. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
Oh, he's got some space. Past the 50. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. Once he got some room, it was over. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with an 82-yard touchdown jaunt. Fielded in the end zone, it's Holmes. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Looking for a deep man. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
There he goes. Inside the 30. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. And the Huskies peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Back to pass, it's Marshall. Fires into the end zone. And that one's way too far for everybody.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to throw again. Looking to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Quarterback changing the play. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he got it! And now it's a one-possession game.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
On play action. Here comes the heat. He'll pull it down and run. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Caught, and he's got room. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Hilltoppers getting set on 1st and 10. Sells the run, looking to pass. A strike downfield. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, WKU. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And the extra point was good. Deep in the end zone, it's White. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Marshall. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Escapes the pressure going right. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
They're all over him. Left side is Fowler. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Changing the routes with his receivers. Wants to throw on 1st. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Keeps it and gets past the chains. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, 1st down, and get down, and he got 2 of those on that one.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
And is slips just inside that right upright. They're hanging around here. Leads down to 12.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
On the run from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. From the gun, it's Jackson. Jukes his way for more. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Yeah, and you got to be impressed with this offense, man. Fourth quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
Finds a crease, it's Hicks. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
The give to the back. Turning it on. Brought down after a big run, and that is the way to put an exclamation point on this one. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
That great start to the season. That's what you want.